Wait, imagine this for a second.
No constant filming schedules, no endless pressure from the spotlight, no expectations to marry, settle down, or follow society's timeline.
Instead, you wake up slowly, you walk outside, breathe fresh air, feed your chickens, water your vegetables, pick up a few eggs, and just enjoy the quiet. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, for Tianyu, this isn't a fantasy. This is his real life. 39 years old, unmarried, no children, no rush. And somehow, instead of being questioned or pitied,
He's becoming one of the most admired people online right now.
because while everyone else is running faster and faster, he chose to stop. And in doing so, he might have figured out something most people are still chasing. So today we're not just talking about a celebrity. We're talking about a completely different way of living.
A mindset.
A lifestyle. A kind of clarity that people are now calling the most awake state of life. From spotlight to soil, a completely different choice. Let's rewind for a moment, because if you followed Cient for a while, you'll know that Tianyu is not some unknown name. He's been in the industry for years.
Popular dramas, recognizable face, stable career, strong fan base.
In other words, he had everything most actors are still trying to achieve. So naturally people expected a certain path. You know, the usual one. More roles, bigger fame, marriage rumors, family expectations. But instead, he quietly chose something else. Rather than constantly appearing on screen, Tianyu slowly stepped back. Not in a dramatic way, not with a big announcement, just gradually. And when fans started seeing updates about his daily life, they realized something surprising. He wasn't disappearing. He was living differently. A life that feels almost unreal today. Let's talk about what his daily routine actually looks like. Because honestly, it feels like something out of a completely different world. Instead of red carpets and camera flashes, you see him feeding chickens in the morning, cleaning up small farm areas, checking on plants he's been growing, harvesting vegetables with his own hands. And then there's the detail that went viral. Collecting eggs. Yes, something that simple. But somehow,
It captured everyone's attention.
because in a world where everything is fast, digital, and overwhelming, watching someone live slowly feels almost shocking. There's no rush in his movements, no performance. Calling him clear-minded. Now here's the part that makes this story really interesting, because it's not just about what he's doing. It's about what it represents. Online, more and more people are using one phrase to describe Tianyu. Rinjin Qingxing, roughly translated as the most clear-minded person in the world. But what does that actually mean? It means someone who understands what truly matters, isn't controlled by social pressure, doesn't chase things just because others do, knows when to step back. And when people look at Tianyu's life right now, they see all of that. Because think about it. At 39, in many cultures, especially in Asia, there are expectations. Marriage, children, stability in a traditional sense. But Tianyu, he didn't follow that script. And instead of looking lost or incomplete, he looks peaceful. Is this freedom or escape? Of course, not everyone sees it the same way. Some people admire him. Others question him. There are voices saying, is he avoiding responsibility? Is this just temporary? Will he return to acting fully? And honestly, these are valid questions. Because from the outside, it's easy to misunderstand a lifestyle like this. It can look like stepping away, giving up, choosing the easy way. But is it really? Let's think about it differently. In an industry where everyone is competing, pushing, striving, choosing to slow down might actually be the harder decision. Because it means letting go of constant attention, ignoring external expectations, being okay with a quieter life. And not everyone can do that. The power of simplicity. There's something else happening here, something deeper. People aren't just reacting to Tianyu as a person, they're reacting to what his life makes them feel. When you see someone living simply, smiling genuinely, finding joy in small things, it creates a contrast. Because most people's lives today look like busy schedules, endless notifications, constant comparison. So when they see Tianyu, it feels like a reminder. A reminder that life doesn't have to be complicated. Happiness doesn't always come from success. Slowing down is not failure. And maybe that's why his story is spreading so quickly. A different kind of success.
Let's talk about success.
Because this is where everything shifts. Traditionally, success in entertainment looks like awards, popularity, fame, influence. And yes, Tianyu has experienced all of that. But now, he's showing something else. A version of success that looks like peace, freedom, self-understanding, emotional balance. And for a lot of people, that feels more valuable than anything else. The hidden story behind his choices. Now here's something important. Because Tianyu's current lifestyle didn't come out of nowhere. He's someone who has gone through personal struggles, emotional challenges, life experiences that shaped him deeply.
And sometimes,
Those experiences change how you see everything. They make you ask, what do I really want? What actually matters? What kind of life will make me feel at peace? And it seems like Tianyu found his answers. Why this story is blowing up right now. So why is everyone suddenly talking about this? Why now? Because the timing is perfect. Right now, more and more people are feeling burnout pressure, overwhelmed. And when they see someone like Tianyu, it hits differently. It's not just a celebrity story anymore.
It's something people can relate to.
Something they can reflect on, question even, aspire to, but is this lifestyle sustainable? Now here's where things get interesting.
Because in part 2,
We're going to go deeper. We're going to explore whether this kind of lifestyle can actually last long term. If Tianyu will return fully to the entertainment industry, and what this means for the future of celebrities choosing slow living. Because as peaceful as this looks, there are still unanswered questions. So now I want to ask you, do you see this as true freedom or just a temporary escape? Because depending on how you look at it, this story can mean completely different things.